The key to success for this trip. I did do that. It still holds up. Those were my few mistakes that I made. Was the most... Oh, I'm gonna be struggling today. Hello friends, how are you today? I hope you've been well. For today's video, I wanted to share all the outfits that I wore in Europe, my hits and misses, and what I think I would do differently next time if I were to go on another spring vacation. I went on a 2-week vacation to Europe for my very first time ever. I have never traveled to Europe before, but this time around we went to Paris, and then we went to Italy. We went to Rome, Florence, Amalfi Coast, and these were all the outfits that I wore for the entire time that I was there. We traveled there pretty early spring. It was still pretty cold, and as I mentioned in my pack and prep with me video, it was quite a challenge packing for this trip because I wasn't sure if I want to go more with like skirts and sandals type of outfits or more with boots and closed-toe shoes and things like that. But I'm so glad that I packed the way I did because it ended up being quite a bit colder than I anticipated. We got a whole bunch of rain both in France and in Italy. And so if you're ever wondering what you need to pack for Europe for travel in spring, I got you. This is everything you will need because relatively speaking, I took fewer pieces on this trip than any other trip before, but I made the most number of outfits with this combination, if that makes sense. And this trip ended up being such a breeze for us because I was trying to pack as few things as possible so that I would just take one checked luggage with my husband. We knew we were going to be road tripping around Italy and we didn't want to be packing the car just full of luggage because it was going to be 5 adults. If we each wanted to take a checked bag, it would have been a lot. In the case that someone else is going to be traveling to Europe in the spring and they don't really know what type of things they should be packing, I wanted to give you my input on what I think you should be packing for a 2-week vacation in Europe in spring. So let's get started. I won't lie though, today is so hot inside my apartment that I'm sort of dreading wearing the warmer outfits, and a lot of them I did wear tights. So I'm gonna be struggling today. But I will show you every outfit that I put together for this trip because I think they were so good. Because spring, all that is required is just layering pieces. Like you don't need any heavy wool sweaters or anything that's too bulky. In fact, those were my few mistakes that I made this trip. I took a couple sweaters really that were way too thick, but what ended up happening was that cashmere sweater that's quite thin that's on top, I ended up wearing that a handful of times, way more than any other piece. It was just the perfect layering piece, and that was the key to success for this trip, I think. We're just gonna get right into it, and I have all the outfit photos right here on my phone, so I'm gonna be recreating them as close as possible, if not exactly like the original outfit that I put together. The first outfit was from Paris. On this day, I was very jet lagged, I was kind of cold, and it was raining in Paris. I decided to go with some darker colors. So my gray mini skirt, and I did want to put on some thick tights, not to feel cold at all. I just wanted to be really comfortable but still kind of nice looking. These thick stockings I got ages ago from H&M. This mini skirt I believe is from Dynamite. It's not great quality or anything, but it does the job. Please excuse the weird lighting. I've had to stop and refilm many times, so the light is just shifting all around the apartment. Black socks. It is way too hot for this now, but I also put on this nice wool sweater from Cause. I am noticing that I also tucked in the sweater and wore my belt over it, so I'm gonna do that right now. I decided it's a short trip. I'm not gonna take multiple belts with me, so I did end up only having this one, and I wore it so many times. And then my shoes were my Prada loafers, which are comfortable and flat and good for rainy weather actually. I do wear these whenever it's raining because they're leather and nothing really happens to them. And then for my bag, my La Mer bag. And this is the outfit I wore on day 1 in Paris. I did take my teddy jacket, ended up wearing it on top of this sweater whenever it got colder. So on this particular day, because it was raining, I did wear the teddy jacket basically the whole time that I was out. But it is way too hot to wear right now. I can't put it on. But I will insert an image with the full look and the teddy jacket on. It was a good look. On our second day in Paris, this was the outfit that I went with, and I was so happy with it. I think this outfit ended up being my favorite outfit of the entire trip. I was just really proud of the combination. The day that we were going to go see Eiffel Tower, and it was also the day that we were going to kind of a nice cafe. So I wanted to dress up a little bit, but I still wanted to be comfy. And these boots that I brought with me ended up being such a lifesaver because on the rainy days it was comfortable enough to wear. The heel isn't too high, it's chunky and it's pretty low, and it's just a really nicely fitted boot. I lasted the whole day in it and I was just so good by the end of it. The only thing missing from this outfit is the bag. It was the Dior East West Bobby bag, which I ended up selling very recently, so I don't have it for this outfit, but it was the third bag that I took on this trip. This was the outfit that I wore for basically my nice day, my fancy day in Paris, if you will. And I was just really glad that I put it together this way. I feel like it was the right amount of layering. I was wearing black tights on the day, but right now it's way too hot to put them on. I will insert a photo that will show what the outfit looked like with the tights on. But what I really liked about this outfit was the layering element kept me warm, and I was able to take off the blazer whenever I got too warm. It just ended up being a really nice balance of fitted and oversized. As you can see, the shirt is kind of like a men's shirt. It's very oversized, but then I have a really tight fitted turtleneck underneath. The skirt is a chisel skirt from Aritzia, and this is also quite fitted, but then the blazer is sort of oversized. So yeah, that's what I really liked about this outfit. On the nights that we were trying to explore the cities more, I feel like the New Balance 530s really came in handy because, for example, on the third night, we were trying to kind of get a feel of Paris's nightlife. So we were just walking around. We walked from our hotel all the way to the Louvre, and then all along the Seine, we were walking still. So this is the outfit I chose to wear. I wore a really low-key outfit, just wanted to stay warm, and I was wearing my mock neck sweater, my jeans, my New Balance 530s, and my La Mer bag. It was clear skies the whole night, so there was no rain. I was staying warm and comfortable. I feel like this is the perfect like exploring the city type of outfit, and it was nighttime. I wasn't really counting on getting any shots, any photos anyway, so my priority was just comfort. It is so hot in here. I can't believe I'm wearing this. This is what I wore on our third day in Paris. We were going to Crème de Paris, I believe that's what it's called. I think it was on a Sunday. This is what I wore. This outfit was only going to be worn in the morning because in the evening we were going to go to, I believe, the Louvre. So I had to switch into some comfortable clothes and some comfortable shoes so that I could last a whole day on my feet. This outfit I wore to the Louvre because I wanted to still look kind of nice and have good photos at the Louvre, but I wanted to be very comfortable, and I knew I wanted to wear just jeans so it'd be no fuss. I could just sit anywhere I needed to, and I ended up wearing this kind of light leather jacket, which did not end up providing much warmth throughout the whole trip actually. So I would say if there was one thing I would definitely say I could have gone without, it would be this jacket, because if I had to replace it with any other jacket that I brought, I feel like the trench coat would do essentially the same thing, except it would be a heavier material, so it would give me more warmth when I needed it, but it did make for a nice outfit. On our last day in Paris, we were going to Jardin de Luxembourg, which was a park, so I needed to walk around a lot. I ended up repeating this whole outfit from the previous day, from the previous morning, because I was kind of bummed that I only got to wear it for a couple hours before I changed out of it. So I ended up repeating the whole outfit, except I swapped out my boots for my loafers because I knew I'd be walking around more and I needed more comfortable shoes. No regrets because I ended up getting such nice photos on this day, minus the bag because, as I said, it is sold, it is no longer with us. But I do feel like this whole outfit would have gone just as nicely with my La Mer bag. On our first full day in Rome, we were going to go to Trevi Fountain first thing in the morning. We ended up getting there a little too late, but I was so pleased with my outfit. I felt like this was probably the most Rome appropriate, Italy appropriate outfit that I could wear. I don't know why I associate polka dot dresses with Rome, but I just do. Maybe it's the old movies, and I was just so excited to wear it this way exactly because I imagined it as my comfortable day outfit. I wanted to get to wear this outfit for a full day, and even though I only got to wear this dress for one day, it was a full day and I was just so happy with it, and I got so many pretty photos. As I said, the thing that I really like about it is that it's flowy and it has, I shouldn't say it's a slit down the front, but the buttons kind of stop like halfway down my leg, so it ends up having a nice flow and movement to it when I walk with it. It just felt like such a romantic outfit option for Trevi Fountain and for Rome, paired with my Bottega Jodi bag and this classic cat eye sunglasses and just gold jewelry. The whole look was very chic and elegant, so I didn't mind pairing it with some chunky dad sneakers because I wanted to be comfortable. I get back pain so easily, so comfy shoes was a must, absolutely, for this day, especially for first day of Rome. For the Vatican Museum Day, I really needed to stay as comfy as possible, so I reverted to the classic 80s dad outfit. I just wanted an oversized look, definitely my New Balance 530s, and my La Mer bag, which fit all my essentials, like my eye drops, my Advil, and this and that. It just fit all my essentials, and this was the look. For my second day at the fountain, I really wanted to wear more colors that matched the vibe of the fountain. So I wanted blue and white, and this was the best outfit that I could think of. And I did want some flow to it in case I got some interesting opportunities for photos. And of course, it was so hard to get photos at all because there was just so many people there, but I did manage to get some really cute photos. It was very cold that day. We ended up going super early at like 7 a.m. and the day had not warmed up yet. There had been no sun. So I was really cold, and I ended up wearing these thick socks. My tights were definitely on under the skirt, and you can definitely see it in some photos, but that made it so hard to walk in these because I didn't realize that this skirt is only easy to walk in when it slides over your skin, just your bare legs essentially. But as soon as I was wearing the tights and I was trying to walk around pretty fast to get to the fountain, it would just be snagging on the tights because there was too much friction and it would just catch. Would not recommend doing this. Just wear maybe nylon stockings and not these kind of thick socks that the fabric cannot slide along. It was very difficult. Other than that, I was really happy with the outfit, and the photos came out really nicely because of the nice color of the sweater. And yeah, this was the whole look. For the Colosseum day, I decided to go with kind of a comfortable but kind of a chic outfit because I was thinking I'm not gonna really get many more opportunities to wear a skirt in Italy, and it was kind of a warmer day, but I still wanted to have some tights, you know, be as covered up as possible. I just can't travel well when I'm cold. So this outfit was just the right amount of layering for a spring day so that I'd be not feeling like I'm wearing too many heavy materials, but also not feel cold whatsoever. We went outside in and around Colosseum. We went on walks even outside in other areas of Rome, and it was just overall a really comfortable and good day. I basically lasted the whole day in my sambas, and I especially really enjoyed wearing this sweater. It was basically my first trip ever wearing this sweater. It's a vintage cashmere sweater that I got from a vintage shop online. It's called Nanine Vintage, and I asked for this from my sister. I was like, yo, if anyone ever wants to give me a gift, can you please let them know that I'm trying to add some more color into my wardrobe, preferably from a vintage source. And my sister already knows that I'm a really big fan of Nanine Vintage, so she ended up getting my parents to buy this sweater for me, and I love it so much. I wore it a few different times on this trip and I loved styling it. It's a nice electric blue and it adds an interesting touch to this outfit, which is otherwise very kind of muted with all the whites and grays. And of course I took my mini Jody in white, and this also is a secondhand bag, so I don't have to baby it too much. It's already worn in and it has some wear and tear on it, so I don't mind traveling with this bag. And this is the look for Colosseum Day in Rome. Can't forget, I did take my prescription sunglasses. I took a prescription pair of sunglasses and a non-prescription pair of sunglasses so that I can just sometimes survive without wearing contacts. That's the poor eyesight struggle, but I don't mind it. I kind of get more accessories out of life that way. For our first day in Florence, I wanted to go with something just very classic and easy, and I ended up going with all my basics. Sambas, my 501 jeans from Levi's, a nice vintage blazer, and I was wearing a white t-shirt, but I don't have it available right now, so I'm just wearing my tank top. And then I was wearing my sister's vintage Celine bag, not in possession of that right now, so I'm just wearing my La Mer bag to give you an idea. But basically, the whole outfit consisted of really good basics, plus my favorite twilly, which is my go-to accessory whenever I'm on vacation because I love adding it around my neck or around my hair. It's just such a good accessory. And this was the look of the first day in Florence. On our second day in Florence, I put together this outfit and I was like, yes, I ate. This is good. It's just like the one in Paris, except a little bit less layering. And I was just so happy with it. But then I realistically only lasted 2 or 3 hours in this outfit. I did wear my leather jacket. Hold on. I wore this jacket and my little Bottega bag, and I did wear some sheer tights with it, but absolutely no warmth there. So this whole outfit, it looked good, and I wore it to just like a cafe. I think it was called Gilly Cafe. I took some nice photos, and then immediately after, I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot keep walking around like this, pretending like I'm okay. I'm not. I was too cold. Went back home, and then I came back with a slightly different outfit, and let me show you that one because it was way better for the climate, at least, of Florence. This is the outfit that I ended up switching into after I felt too cold in that skirt outfit. And let me just say one thing. I mentioned this before. I feel like I did pretty well overall with my packing, but if there was one item I could have just left at home because it was absolutely no use, was that leather jacket. Because as much as I love it, I think what I was just trying to accomplish with that jacket was just to have a bit of a longer jacket if I don't want to go with the crop teddy coat that I had. I feel like I could have just done that with this trench coat. I don't think that the leather jacket was necessary at all. So lesson learned, this look did get me through the day. I was comfortable and I did wear my sambas. Basically swapped out the whole fit except the shirt and the tank top underneath. Everything else looks very different. Totally different vibe. I ended up going to another cafe with this outfit. I can add this shirt to any neutral look and it just kind of elevates it, adds a bit of color, it makes it look more interesting. This is second day in Florence, but outfit number 2. This outfit I feel like was the most, This outfit I feel like was the most Amalfi Coast outfit that I wore the whole time. And I kind of knew that going into this trip because I knew we're going in early spring and we wouldn't really get much of the warm weather. But on a particularly sunny and warm-ish day in Amalfi Coast, I ended up wearing this outfit and I wore it with my heeled boots for the look, but I did take my Adidas Sambas in the car, and because we had the car with us, I was able to switch shoes when I got too tired. That worked out really perfectly because in the first half of the day when I was not doing much walking, I ended up just wearing my boots and it was fine. And then when I knew I had more walking to do and more exploring around Positano, I did switch to my Sambas and that was still a really cute look, but I just wanted to show it to you this way because this was the original vision and it came together so beautifully. I did take my teddy coat and I will insert some photos of how it looked when I was wearing that one, but in the evening when the sun went away and it got a lot colder, the teddy jacket really came in handy. And this was my favorite look that I wore in Italy, I think, for obvious reasons. It's just that white flowy skirts have such a chokehold on me and I will just keep wearing them over and over. They've always had a chokehold on me, let's be honest. Like, I know it's a trend right now, but I've always had them. Even as a teenager, I always asked my mom to get me these like maxi skirts. They just remind me of summer. They're so beautiful. And something about the woven Bottega bag is just also such a nice summery touch for the outfit. And I felt like everything came together really nicely. On our last day in Amalfi Coast, it was raining so hard and it was quite cold. I ended up going with this outfit again. I realized these wool pants are just so perfect. They are lined and they did get a little bit wet, but other than that, it kept me warm. And the shoes too. The Prada loafers were so perfect for the rainy days because they were flat, they're leather, they keep me dry. And obviously the trench coat is just perfect for rainy weather. I seem to have a bit of a thing for blue because I don't know, I gravitate towards blue when I want color. Every time I want to add color, I'm like, blue sounds like a good idea. Yeah, this was basically my low-key, staying warm, staying classy look. It was really good for me. I think this was a very successful pick for the weather. I don't think I could have done it better than this. So that was everything that I wore on my trip to Europe. I hope this helped you guys. I'm always curious what people wear when they go on these types of vacations, so I thought this might be an interesting video for you guys, especially if you're ever planning on going on an Italy or France trip around this time of year. I really wanted this video to be helpful so you could save it for packing inspo because I've had so many hits and misses with packing in the past that I feel like It took me so much trial and error until I figured out what type of clothes I should take for what type of trips. And for this trip, I just really wanted to make sure that I take versatile pieces that I can use in a functional way, and it's not just aesthetic and good for the vibes, but not at all comfortable and not at all functional. So let me know in the comments what you think of the outfits that I took, or if you think that you would not particularly wear any of these outfits, or you would do something differently, because I'm always curious what other people do when they're packing for these longer trips. I'll be trying to post more consistently on Mondays, so look out for my videos for the weeks to come. I'm gonna do more spring and summer outfit inspo. If you like my type of content, please consider subscribing and liking this video, and leave a comment on what kind of video you might like in the future, because I'm always open to requests from you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!